So, I decided, what the heck, I'll just go ahead and show you guys the other intros. So you saw Valkia the Bloody. Let's take a look at Festus the Leechlord. I already read for you guys the lore on this guy. This is his starting location, way over here on the far left. Vassals gain poison attacks and will spread Nurgle corruption. He can brew plagues. Souls plus 25 when a plague is spread. Plague duration plus 3 turns for armies in the province. And battle healing cap is plus 25%. From the day Dr. Festus's brilliant mortal mind suffered its horrific awakening, the vagaries of fate had oft twisted in his favor. Never is the Leechlord happier than when planting Nurgle seeds of malady across the world, force-feeding his vile experimental concoctions to the many unfortunates who stray into his path. Yet soon shall be the dawn of a far greater opportunity for mass infection. The unleashing of a dark power so great it shall be thirsted after by the gods themselves. A means for the Doctor and his patron to spread unbound life and death into the material realm on an unimaginable scale.
Wastes. A deadly battleground harbors dark promises. For its victor, great favor from their sadistic god. For the slain, damnation. In ancient Zambaijin, an accursed altar thrums with immense power. By Ursun's cataclysmic death cry, its eternal seal is weakened. Countless souls of fallen warriors now laid bare. A ruinous harvest craved by the dark gods. An unmissable opportunity to earn Nurgle's favor. Festus the Leechlord, the Dark Apothecary, answers the call of decay.
The world will rot with the Plague Lord's blessings.
The souls shall be claimed, and with them, apocalypse is certain. But what horrors await the world? May the greatest champion prevail!
Time to make some punch calls once again. Don't mind me, little Northman. I only wish to treat your lack of ailments. Then to Nurska, fertile ground for warriors to help turn the Earthfather's gaze. Here, my dark fortresses shall dominate those who survive the coming plagues. My Nordlander brethren stray far from home. They and the other old worlders will all soon be rotting cadavers reaped of their souls. Fiddle-de-dum, fiddle-de-doo, souls for the Fly Lord, his favor for me. The veil between worlds grows thin. Great things await beyond the Zambaijin.
Zambaijin's final champion shall claim the altar of battle and herald one Chaos God's supremacy over the world. First, Their master's gaze must be turned.
So, like I was saying before in the previous video, for the most part, these things are similar, except for the part where it talked about Festus in there, and then, of course, that intro you just saw where he's talking. And then I'll talk about specific things related to the character you're playing, like the Plagues of Nurgle, in case you had not played the other Nurgle lore. So, of course, you'll see there's still some similarities, like infections are still a thing up here, of course. And you'll also see that the Plague Cauldron is, of course, here. Like I said, it's an interesting mix for the different lords here in the Warriors of Chaos, since they are also basically lords that follow the other specific Chaos god that they love to follow here. Like, the Gifts of Chaos will basically be the same thing, except one specifically for Nurgle instead of Khorne. So... now, of course, here is Festus on his character screen. You'll also notice that the screen here looks different. That's another mod I found. People were very irritated that a lot of the UI was basically just red. So, the mod basically decided, let's have the interface based on, like, who they're following or what their faction is with, and have it colored kind of appropriate to that. So, like, for example, if you're playing a Nurgle faction lord, your UI is going to be more green than red, which to me makes perfect sense. So he's got, healing elixirs, which lets him be able to, of course, heal members of his army, probably also himself, I'm guessing. And Harbinger of Pestilence, of course, can, mutually exclusive with healing elixirs, can cause damage to combatants. So that's kind of like he can use one to heal and use another to do damage. He is categorized, I believe... What is he? Well, he's a legendary lord. I believe he's going to be a spellcaster. That's what I think he is, anyway. Let me just go ahead and see. Yeah, there he is. Wizard. He is a wizard. Spellcaster, mutually exclusive abilities, and poison attacks, as I was saying. In terms of skills, you'll see he's got things like Lord of Pestilence for authority. Less Tzeentch authority, that makes sense. Voice of the Dark Gods, Hearts of Iron, Sage of Contagion, Doctor's Orders, Bedside Manner, causes fear, more casualty replenishment, an apple a day, hit points, unit mass, and Slime Trail as a passive, less melee attack and speed for enemies within range, immune to contact effects, and chance of a plague spreading upped by 15%, Gardener of Nurgle, demonic tribute. So yeah, there's some there's one quest, he gets one quest called Pestilent Potions, which gives him an ability called, Pestilent Potions, less melee attack, base weapon damage, armor and piercing weapon damage, will spread to enemies within the spread range meters of the affected unit, affects up to 5 units, more Nurgle authority, casualty replenishment, melee defense, and physical resistance. So, sadly, it doesn't look like he has a mount, but then again, when you look at Festus, does it really need a mount? So yeah, that's Festus. I suppose we can,
The slaughter begins.
maybe take a look at him in action. Let's go ahead and do that. Take a look at how he is in a fight. So he starts off with some Marauders, of course. He has a Chaos Giant to start and some Trolls. Alright, so here he is. So you see, he's got this extra limb here that's almost like a tail that is what's carrying that staff of his. Look at this cauldron on his back. It's like he's got this little assistant up there still mixing and making more as things are going on. It's like, don't worry, boss, I'll keep making the potions. So he's got Chaos Warriors of Nurgle. Okay.
Undivided.
And of course, we've got the Chaos Giant. As lovely looking as always. And of course, Chaos Trolls.
Sickness personified.
I am sickness personified.
Doctor's orders. Stay close, assistants. Doctor's orders.
Alright. So let's see, they've got Warhounds, Hunters, Berserkers, regular Marauders. Okay.
We are the foe! This battlefield teems with life. The ideal place to perpetuate the inescapable cycle of death. Relocating! Warriors of Nurgle!
Stream of Corruption. Oh, it's that attack. Okay.
Virulent warfare! Purify them! Chaos Marauders! My gods, call! Expediting! Go and rot!
Here are the elixirs here.
By the power of Nurgle!
Did he just grab his little assistant off the...
This is the true path to demonhood!
Time to suffer!
Had it spill everywhere.
Chaos Marauders! Master! Revolution death!
Yeah, once the giant gets in there, it's over. Because they're just gonna be like, nope. obviously not an ideal army for Festus. You're going to want to get rid of those marauders like as soon as you can and get them with something better. So, when you defeat an army with Festus, incubate captives, where you can get experience plus more infections. Enslave to get more army replenishment. Or sacrifice, so you can get currency and souls.
Extract all bodily fluids. Festus, the Leechlord. I look forward to the next patient. Make victims of enemies.
So it doesn't really look any, that much different when you occupy and vassalize it. And you'll notice that it's not like the Nurgle building chain as if you were playing as a Nurgle faction. It is still the Warriors of Chaos, so even though you do, of course, get Gifts of Chaos plus the Plague Cauldron, also you'll notice it's Nurgle for all four, and you've got flies buzzing around it, because of course you do. Gifts of Nurgle, like you'll be able to get growth per region after winning a battle, replenishment in foreign territory, units instantly added to your pool, such as a Beast of Nurgle and Nurglings, of course, lots of Nurglings. So yeah, that's pretty much what you can expect from Festus and Nurgle. So when we return, we'll take a look at another, probably the one that works for Slaanesh. Stay tuned.